Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
Paranormal Bunker. You'll come on down and join Nikki, Robert, Kayla, and Cole. Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sit with us as we traverse the portals of the universe. Let loose the secrets of the cryptids. Make haste with the truth of conspiracy. And explore the hauntings of our world. And once again, welcome to the S4 Paranormal Bunker.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the S4 Paranormal. So, last week, we started with one question. We let the conversation flow from there. We are going to do that every week now, because last week went so well for us, I couldn't believe it. Friend, it was already 11:45, and we didn't know we were supposed to stop. When I looked at the clock, I could not believe it. So, friend, we've got everyone here tonight. Nikki, Robert, Kayla, me, friend, Alf. Friend, oh yeah, we're not in video though. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Friend.
Hi.
So, how's everybody doing? This week,
Surviving.
yeah, this week has been
atrocious.
Friend, it's been hotter than shit here. Friend.
Yeah, 90 is much.
Yeah, and even tonight, we were promised thunderstorms, and then the weatherman said "fuck you" and took that away.
Ooh.
So,
except it's raining like crazy out there right now.
Yeah, we had rain, and now it's not raining.
Yeah, it just started, but yeah.
What the fuck? I've been out there for 2 hours, and they did nothing. This is bullshit, friend. So tonight, our question is going to come from Kayla.
All right, let's do this. Okay. My question is about the Mandela Effect, guys. So, I'm wondering here whether you guys think that the Mandela Effect is just false memory, or if it's whipping in between universes, or if it's time travel, or what your thoughts are on what this phenomena is.
Really want me to answer that one?
Go for it. I wouldn't have asked if I didn't want to know, Nikki.
Okay. I think the Mandela Effect is being affected by CERN, number one.
I didn't even think about that. I totally forgot about that whole thing.
Yeah. Number two, I think that people aren't going to like them. I think it has to do, part of it also has to do with SSP. And some
Okay.
of folks going backwards and forwards. And I think it's really screwing things up. They've been doing that for a very long time. In the 1990s, when I was heavily involved in it, I truly believe that that is part of it. Now, if it's not, that's fine. But it does have me asking questions because of the people that I know that are in for SSP that are now technically retired. And you're never retired from. It's like being in the CIA. God blessed CIA. You're never really retired ever. And so I think that has those titles have a great big issue with it. And what CERN is doing, there are already at least 2 scientists that I know of. I don't personally know them, but I know of them who have actually come out and talked about how CERN is creating portals underground and how entities and beings are going in and out of it, coming and going. And I'm like, holy crapola, that's the wrong thing you ever want to do. That's like playing with a Ouija board, but in a whole different context. And
Did they not watch The Mist?
oh, I know. There are so many movies that could, and I'm just like, seriously, you guys are being so stupid.
Just gonna throw this one out here. Stranger Things. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I think. I mean, I could get into it really elaborately, but I'm not going to. I don't have the brain for that tonight. But that's what I honestly believe it's part of. I think that there is another factor, if not one, possibly 2 factors involved, because this didn't just come out of the blue. There's a build-up to this, in my opinion. And none of this is psychic. This is just information that I know. And especially talking to the SSP members that I have come across, I've been astounded by what they remember. And then when you combined what they remember with others that we all know have talked about, it is mind-bending. And yeah, that's heavily involved. That's heavily government. That's global governments. It's not just one nation. It's multiple nations. So, oh my word, somebody's being a smartass on the other side. I'm not repeating that one. It's whopper, man. Lulu. As the old saying goes. Anyway, so that's what I think. Yes?
Corinne. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to fix something here.
So, I was thinking about CERN, and I was like, well, it's only been around. But then I actually thought about it, and I'm like, well, how long has CERN been around? And it was actually established in 1954. So it has been around a lot longer than I remember, which is weird. Oh,
Corinne.
Well, I remember it being talked about in the 80s.
So does that make it a concern?
it is concerning. Oh god. No, I remember CERN, and I thought CERN was only around since the late 70s, early 80s. I didn't realize it had been around since 54. That's crazy. For anybody that at this point doesn't know what CERN is, it's actually the European Organization for Nuclear Research. And it's in between It's in Geneva, Switzerland
yeah.
area.
Mm.
And that's where the Large Hadron Collider and different things like that are located.
Takes up many, many blocks.
Mm-hmm. Many football fields.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And there's not just one of them. There's a couple
Mm.
across the planet. That's what is disturbing me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I mean, think about that. If one is doing that, what the hell's the other one doing?
Right.
Actually, I thought there were 3 now that I think about it. Because I remember reading that somewhere, and I can't remember where I was gonna quote the article I read it for, and I can't remember it right now. But yeah, I thought the article said that there were 3 of them, and that's weird because stretch out like a triangle. Sorry, I literally saw a triangle shape. Anyway, I find that fascinating.
Friend,
And I didn't realize that either.
what?
The CERN Science Gateway opened in October 2023. It's CERN's latest facility for science outreach and education. It is home to a range of immersive exhibits, workshops, and shows. That's cool. There's like a museum on over there now. That's the microcosm. Sorry.
Friend, well, do you know the company Janicki, Nikki?
Yes, it sounds vaguely familiar right now.
So they're the biggest company in Cedar-Woolley.
They're everywhere.
They make airplane or aerospace parts.
That's why. Okay, sorry. That's why. Okay, I remember them. Yeah. What about them?
Sorry.
They just announced Building 12, their newest building that they're building, and it is one of their biggest buildings that they're ever going to build so far. Friend.
Ooh, you cut it out. It's one of their biggest so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, they promised us about 3 years ago that they were building a convenience store next to the gas station that they built.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone's wondering if that's what this is.
Their biggest building yet.
Yeah, it's like 120,000 square feet. And everyone thinks it's going to be a convenience store.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Friend, you never know what they're going to put in buildings, guys.
Nuclear reactive Walmart. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yes, it would.
And the real war Martians will happen. Mm.
Wow.
I think they have one of those in Florida, if I remember correctly.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Jeez. That is amazing when you think about it all.
I don't understand that.
What?
Friend,
You weirdo.
it's telling me that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
Mm.
But everything's turned down.
That'd be funny. You just go to YouTube and we're all in slow motion.
No, it's running smoothly. Like I'm watching it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Have a fan going on around it. That might help.
Friend.
Do that all the time.
Freaking hot. Holy shit. Friend.
Filet hot,
Yeah,
hot.
put it.
You guys keep going.
Okay. Have a fan going on around.
Where are we going? Oh.
And but okay, I got different songs on my head apparently. That's gonna get it. Yeah, that's gonna get interesting tonight. I don't want us to get a
band.
mark. Yeah, I don't want us to get a mark, so I need to be a little
As
careful.
long as you don't break out into a bunch of Celine Dion, we're good.
I love her so.
Caroline. Bum, bum,
You know, my mom went and I went to see him in the Seattle. It was the Seattle Coliseum, and I can't remember. I think it was in '88 or '89. 88. Yeah, '88 or '89.
Mhm.
What was it? He puts on a good show, or he did put on a good show. I don't know about now, but put on a good show. Well, last I had heard, he was still rocking and
Performing?
rolling and singing up until last year.
Yeah.
So quite a few of them are, and some of them actually shouldn't be. He's not bad. He still has his voice, but it's not like it was back in the '80s or '90s or early 2000s. That's with age. Hello, come
We're seeing a hand there.
on.
Well, you know, with age, we lose a lot of stuff, and
That's for
Mhm.
sure.
you know, I'm surprised though. There are certain singers that you hear them and it just takes you back, and then all of a sudden you realize,
Yeah.
hey, wait a minute, that person is like 82 now, like,
Yes.
and they can still rock like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But they kept on training. I mean, otherwise you lose that kind of thing with lords, from
Yep.
what I understand. Could be wrong,
Well,
but
not
that's
to
what
mention,
I remember.
I mean, a lot of people, especially from that area, were pretty heavy smokers or into other stuff that also screws with your voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want Ozzy
And all
Osbourne's training
those
program.
hotel rooms. All those hotel rooms that got wrecked. Mm.
Right.
You want, is that cool? You want Ozzy Osbourne's what?
Training program.
Oh,
No, what you want is Keith Richards.
I
I think Snoop Dogg's would be pretty cool too. Just saying.
Mm.
Alice Cooper.
For
Yeah.
I don't know his. He's different.
Oh yeah, he's definitely different.
That's a way to put it.
Well, no, but he didn't do a lot of
like
the things that the other rock stars did.
Mm.
He just had
Like
them happen
choosing a woman's
around him.
name.
He was there at the time, but doesn't mean he woke. Doesn't mean he was doing any of it.
Mhm.
Hey, if I need to get older, I want to
Mhm.
age like Chuck Norris, okay? So that way I look 40 and live until I'm like 900. It's going to be great.
When the
Oh, right
fuck
on.
was the last time
And-
you saw Chuck
and-
Norris?
And your beard has a fist in it.
Yep.
I've seen. I saw him in person. Very nice man.
Mm.
Was on stage at a concert actually.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't doing singing or anything like that, but he was kind of acting as a coach. It was really cool to hear him. I was really rather stunned he was there. It was really neat.
So my mother met
Yeah.
Chuck Norris
Mhm.
back in the 80s, the early 80s. When she was a karate instructor, he came and worked out with her at her
Nice.
dojo in
Yep.
Bothell. So,
Yep. Awesome.
Could have sworn you were going to say Mount Vernon. I knew a dojo in Mount Vernon in the 80s.
yeah, at that time she lived on Green Lake, which is
As opposed to Red Lake.
What part of
Okay,
Green
like-
Lake?
it was a little apartment building right by Green Lake, and she
Ooh,
was
that's where.
yeah. But it was
There's some
during
kids that
the
are-
time that the whole Green Lake thing was happening, so she used to run out there with my older sister in her stroller, and like they used to walk around Green Lake and then like run around Green Lake, her and my aunt, and then all of the murders started happening, and My
Mhm.
mom at that point was a pretty
Wait.
fit, brown hair, blue-eyed girl, and got a little worried that he might think her eyes turned a little green looking, so decided to stop for a while.
What year is that?
I don't even remember. It was the late 70s, early 80s. Just a minute. Let me check it out.
I had a couple friends who lived around the lake. They lived in nice homes. Good section of the neighborhood. Couple sections not so hot, but for the most part, pretty dang good around that lake.
82, 84. 82
Yeah.
to 84 is when my mom was doing that.
Yeah, that makes sense because that was right around the time that they were putting off fireworks over that lake.
Mm-hmm.
Still, because I think it was, excuse me, I think it was like 86, 87, 88 that they stopped. 89 maybe? I don't remember for sure. Been too long.
I can tell you it was 89.
It was 89, okay.
Mm-hmm. Because
Lady.
I have a picture of me there in in 89. So it would have been at the 89 was their last year of doing it there.
Yeah, that makes sense. The grassy knoll. That's what we used to call. I forgot about that last time. That's what we used to call it. Grassy knoll. This lump of a hill where everybody would come and sit in the grassy knoll triangle. Oh, it was this weird long, skinny triangle. You got the like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was like that. There you go. Anyhow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some. Oh, yeah. There were sections of Aurora that were not so safe. Like up around the zoo for a time being, where the zoo crosses over to a subsection of Green Lake Park, so to speak. It's not.
Talk about that. There's still sections of that area that are not great to go into. That I refuse.
Hey.
I'm like, no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, they aren't necessarily safe. And then there are sections that are pretty freaking nice. So, you get the good and bad.
Well, it's just like White Center and anywhere else where there's sections of it that are like beautiful sections, and there's sections where you go, oh, I should not be here. I need to leave now. But I think that's everywhere.
Yeah. The top of South Park had a really beautiful building. I think it was called the Concord Elementary School. It was a beautiful building at the time, in like 1989, 1990, 91. And the houses around there were pretty nice. It was around 93 that things went to shit in a handbasket there. So, But interesting location sometimes. And of course, it was right next to an industrial location. So, that made for some interesting little tangents here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't necessarily safe by 93 to be walking one block because you could get shot.
Well, everything kind of changed after, like,
Yeah.
the November, December, like, 1999, when they had all the huge WTO riots. Like,
yeah.
After that whole thing, a lot of stuff about Seattle changed.
Yeah. Well, we were going into 99 into I can't think of what it was called at this second. I had the words and now it's gone. But yeah, you were looking at major issues. Computers not going to be able to turn over because of the
Y2K scares and stuff. Yeah.
and people getting into which is what's going on now. People are doing survivalist mode stuff, and it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed is about every 20 years, 25 years, there's always something with survivalism.
Well,
So, yes.
that kind of coincides though with other shit that happens too.
Exactly.
Friend, like, and that happens all around the world.
Yep. Oh, damn. Sorry.
Right.
Now it's...
I did notice something this week.
What's that?
Friend, have you guys heard of the whole idea of the 37th parallel?
Yes.
But you should explain it for
Like
people
how
who don't.
90% of supposed alien sightings happen on the 37th parallel. Or within 100 miles of it.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. But I still beg to differ.
So do I.
We're on the 49th? 49th?
Yeah.
50th? 48th, 49th, something like that. Yeah, the 48th, 49th parallels have some pretty interesting things on it if you go in and look in history, which I did not, about 3-4 weeks ago. It's bizarre. I don't remember much of it, but I just remember thinking, holy, it should be talked about.
Well, and do you know why there's not that many on, like, above the 60th?
No.
How the fuck are you supposed to see them through all the colors?
Well, you get what is it? It's not cyanotic. Cyanatic? I don't remember. It's the blue glasses. It's a specific type of lens.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see all.
Yeah, but, like,
Like,
how many people up there have that?
no one.
You know what I mean? Like,
Pick it off.
Fuck, a bag of chips in Nunavut is like $80.
That's like a box of Cheerios in 1979 in Tonga. Excuse me. We could get it. It's like $1.19 or $1.29 or something like that. We could get that in the States. A big box. In Tonga, it was close to $10. It was somewhere between $7 and $10. The same box. They have to ship it in. That's why.
No, it's because Tonga doesn't care about their people's hearts.
Oh, please.
Well, a box of Twinkies down here costs $16.
Holy shit.
Cents.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't buy those, right?
No.
Good.
They're not worth it. They aren't even
And
worth
a can of A&W root beer, $3.60.
Okay, that's
For
worth
one.
it. That's worth it.
12-ounce can?
Yeah. Yep.
I was hoping it would be a larger can, because sometimes certain countries do larger
No.
cans.
Normal size can, about that size.
Wow.
Australia only does that with their beer.
They got a Krispy Kreme down there or something like it?
We did see them at the airport in Adelaide, and people were bringing them up from, they found somewhere in Brisbane to bring them up to, because we saw them on the flight back up here. So they're down there. Not too sure if they're up this way yet, because we only just got a 7-Eleven here in town.
Australia already has better snacks. It doesn't really freaking matter.
That's true. They got some pretty good ones. I just can't remember what they are right now, but I remember thinking, oh my God, some of the taste testers, man, they were awesome.
Vegemite.
God, no. Have you
Hell
ever
yeah.
a jar of that and smelled it? Oh my God in heaven.
Every time my aunt goes to Australia to visit family over there, she brings back jars of Vegemite for Cole.
Not jars anymore. She brings tubes because she's allowed to carry them in her bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yuck. You like Vegemite?
Drinks. Mm.
And hey, friend, Vegemite, marmalade, I like them all.
I think at one point I saw you making a Vegemite marmalade sandwich, so.
No, Jeff.
Oh, ew.
Those two things do not mix.
Oh,
No.
come on, it's Australian peanut butter and jelly. Let's do
Salty and sweet. Mm.
Oh my God. Nasty, nasty.
Friend, no, but like,
I've been waiting for that for all day.
Kayla has been watching tons of Ancient Aliens.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mm.
And, like,
More.
Oh,
I
why?
don't just watch Ancient Aliens.
no, but it's your sleep show. And it's a good sleep show because it puts me right to fucking sleep. Friend. But that
That's-
5 minutes beforehand, you do hear a lot. And, like, they keep talking about the 37th parallel. But then I actually went through their episode list for all their seasons. You know there's no fucking aliens in China?
E.T.?
China is the aliens.
Yeah, they do every other country.
I'm pretty sure they didn't do North Korea. God.
They did Korea.
Yeah, but not North Korea. Totally
They talked
different
to North
countries.
Koreans.
Oh, well, fine.
Friend, like, seriously.
Well, I don't know. Never really thought about that because they do India, they do all over, except I haven't actually seen an episode on
I looked,
China.
there isn't one.
no Chinese aliens, huh? Weird.
Ever. Because
Yeah.
these guys are ancient, remember?
It seems
Well,
like they would
think
have
about
some
it.
kind of like Great Wall connection or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Think about it. They're this small, and they all look alike. They're clones.
That's a good, yeah. Friend. Or, what's that?
Duh.
China needs to have a great wall. Didn't got a greater wall than what over there has.
Okay, I never understood that fucking wall.
The Wall of China?
I mean, literally, it goes 15 feet into the ocean and then stops. What the fuck?
It's been around.
Well,
Well,
it's
they probably had better border patrols there than probably had good spears.
There's no way the Mongols couldn't swim that bad.
Yeah, but you know, it would be okay. So it would be very difficult to bring all your horses and gear and everything through that much water.
Yeah, but that's not the way they fought.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
No.
like all your setup and everything.
What I'm
would
saying
be-
is they were very sneaky fighters. Like, they were very precise about what they did.
Mhm.
So if they would have sent a small party to the first gate, took it from the Chinese side,
Mhm.
and then let them all through the gate.
Yeah, well, I guess so. I never really thought about that, but
Obviously,
obviously
neither
neither
did
did the
they.
Mongols. So
Side of the river.
Friend,
it makes me actually really kind of wonder, like, did they have an innate fear of water or something? Like,
Maybe
is
they
there
just didn't like
something
being
that they
clean.
knew that, you know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't know. It bothers me. And I really shouldn't let things like this bother me, but it does.
The Great Wall of China.
Friend,
But they didn't like being clean. I don't know.
like, Nikki, did you ever have a past life in that era? In that area?
And you mute yourself.
You're
Do I know?
Oh, there you go.
Do I know who I? Yes, I did, but do I know who I was? No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't. I remember the clothes. I remember being a man. Oh, I just got told. Mom just said that I was a farmer in one life. I don't remember that at all. But she's literally showing me what I look like. Holy crap.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
What?
But in one life, I was not in. Okay. In the life that I was originally going to talk about, holy crap, that really. I was in some kind of. I wasn't a farmer, but I did something with agriculture, but at the same time, some kind of, not warrior, but it's like I trained people. It was, I can't describe it, but I remember the feel of the clothing. A lot of stuff was silk. Not everything. But like when I was teaching, I was in silk, but daily wear I was not. I don't understand that because I thought silk was not China. I thought that was Japan. Silkworms, yeah.
Okay. I just looked up something about the Mongols. So this actually, Cole, might answer your question about that. In the Mongol culture, water was considered a sacred element, and polluting it with dirty clothing or body fluid was believed to offend the spirits and could lead to severe punishment, including fines or the death penalty. The Mongols believed in the existence of spirits in the water, known as lus. They worship these spirits. Worshipping these spirits was a fundamental aspect of their belief system, and disrespecting the spirits was a fine punishable by death.
Yeah, but you're not washing your body. You're just running through the water real quick.
Mongols avoided washing their clothes, washing their hands, washing any part of their bodies in water. Instead, they would put it into a sacred vessel, use their hands, and pour it from the vessel, their hands, into their mouth. Rather than directly using water from any river, source, or well, or... Yeah. So, they did have a fundamental issue with water. So that might be part of the reason why it went X far into the water, because then they would have to actually fully submerge in order to get through it. So they would never have come around that way, because it would anger their spirit loose.
They're dead.
Yep. No, that just interested me, because I was like, yeah, why didn't they do? But if they really were believers in sacred waters, they would never have. So that's kind of cool to know. I didn't even know that before.
Right.
Drink water, and you're literally, because it's the palm of your hands, you're literally energizing water.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of interesting.
It is.
But that would explain why they never did that.
Yeah.
And why they weren't really a seafaring race.
Well, look at the lamb they had. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Okay. Somebody just put an image in my head, and I'm not repeating that. Holy crap.
Well,
What can I say?
you guys ever notice that whenever civilization comes to an end, not anymore. But
you're talking like ancient civilizations?
Ancient civilizations, it's always the gods' fault. the god, like the deities get in the way.
And, you know, weirdly enough, most of the time, it actually has to do with waters.
Name 3 times.
Okay, so let's go Atlantis.
Okay.
Let's
Mongols.
go the Mongols. Let's go. Hey, so there's ancient flood stories from everywhere about the purification of water and taking out civilizations. Like, water has always been a purifier for evil. Or
Yeah, but it didn't take out civilizations. Always one family survived in the freaking stories.
yeah, most of the time, at least one family survived in almost all of the flood myths.
Just some of them are a little weirder because, like, one is only a brother and a sister.
Yeah, but a lot of the
They were from Alabama.
a lot of the flood myths also have a deity that came down and instructed them on how to survive.
Very true.
Okay, so what do you guys think of the idea that the gods from almost every religion and belief system out there were actually aliens?
Well, okay, so I'm going to tell you, I have a really kind of strange thought process on this just because me and religion are weird together. But, I don't, personally, I don't think that there's a huge difference. Just because no matter what, even if you believe in full out religion and there being a heaven and there being like entities that live there and everything else, no matter what way you think about it, they are not entities of this world. So it doesn't matter if they were ETs from like Mars or if they were from a celestial plane. They're still not actual inhabitants of Earth.
That's
So-
not true for all of them.
Like what?
Buddha.
No, but Buddha got spiritual guidance from the other world.
From another plane.
Yes, but still, okay. So that's what I'm saying, though, is that if you look at it from different planes, or if you look at it from different worlds, or if you look at it from different areas, all of that crap, okay, they're still not of this existence. So no matter what, they would be considered alien to us. Because they're coming from a different realm, a different plane, a different planet, a different solar system, whatever it is. They're still not full inhabitants of our Earth.
I know, I just can't wrap my head around that, like, sometimes. Like, I can't see an alien coming down, seeing a whole bunch of fucking people in robes and saying, build this, numbnuts. Like, friend.
So there's a lot of belief system that the consortium or the council, whatever you want to call yes,
Call it the Federation.
is the same thing as like back in the day Olympus or back in the day, because it's that overruling power from a different plane of existence that is telling you what to do.
I know, but that's the one I have the issue with. I can't imagine, with what we know of aliens so far, or at least what like we believe we know, and what we believe to be the only like existences out there. I don't see Zeus being an alien.
Okay, and how so?
That man was just fucking man's desires. Power, money, sex.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I can't say what I want to say. It'll get a check mark. It's a Disney quote.
Friend.
Necessities.
Oh,
Bare necessities. That's all I can say.
when we were talking about the Mongols and the Great Wall of China, a song popped into my head from the movie Mulan that I was like, oh, and then nope.
I'll make a man out of you.
Yes. I was like,
Guys, we're not monetized.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, in that case.
Well,
yeah.
that's why I put the pictures I did into the S4 chat in FV.
Right, yeah, no, we're not monetized, so we're good.
Okay, because I was like, Mongol, I'll make a man out of you.
Friend.
No, but you know what? If you think about gods and aliens and stuff, we give the word alien to pretty much anything that we don't understand. Okay?
Yep.
We either call it an alien or we call it some form of spirit or spirit guide or something of that nature.
First of all, I'm never calling you a spirit
Yep.
guide.
Mhm.
But I have called you an alien. I definitely don't fucking understand you, woman.
But, I mean, like, you know, it's one of those things that we just kind of put to pretty much anything we don't understand or we don't know. And not necessarily as everything alien either. We have ancient races as well that people don't really think about either. Because, like, in the beginning of time, I guess, in the beginning of the world as we know it, there were other races besides humanoids, too.
When the world first woke.
Not in the beginning.
Huh?
Not in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning.
It was void and barren in the beginning.
Okay, no, but see, that's the thing. So, if you go off of the, like, Adam and Eve story of in the beginning, you know, then they created humans, right? Well, then their sons went out and found other tribes of...
Ooh, where'd they find them
and
from?
married.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so obviously there was some other form of Homo sapien-like being here that was
Hey,
enough
with the
like
monkey
us
is-
that we were able to crossbreed with them.
People say we monkey around.
Right?
It was just a monkey.
It might have just been a monkey, but whatever.
Except for the one kid, he was special. He married a volleyball. Friend.
It was special. Called it Wilson.
Wilson. Oh,
Wilson.
Guys, get it right. It's Wilsonita.
Wilsonita.
Okay.
I think it's Spalding. Okay.
Oh my god.
Friend.
Never travel with Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's a bit much. The idea, not the coffee. I'm sorry.
Friend.
Oh.
But
Okay, what?
I really do think that civilization has been around a lot longer than we think it has.
Yeah.
I really am a strong believer in the fact that we've done this multiple
reset.
times.
Several times, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That it just kind of resets. Like, we get to a pivotal amount of knowledge and technology and everything else, and then we do
Reset.
something stupid, and we either blow ourselves up, or some catastrophe happens, and it resets us back to the Stone Age, and we start over. I believe that this has happened several times in the existence of Earth. And after so many thousands of years, the only thing that we would have left that proved that there was even a civilization before would be anything that's made out of specific types of stone. Because other stuff over that many thousands, potentially millions of years, it would have completely disappeared. We wouldn't have any idea that there was a civilization there before. Especially if it was made out of any kind of material other than stone. We would have no clue what they did out of woodworking, what they did out of metalwork, any of that kind of stuff, because after so many thousands of years. And like you can watch that weird series Life
Earth.
After People, and it'll show you that like after 10,000 years there would be no
Yeah.
there'd be
Forest
very
and claim
very
everything.
little of our
Mhm.
society left if everything went down today
Mhm.
and 10,000 years went by. There would be such little amounts of our day-to-day life that they might find little scraps of something, but that would be about it.
Well, but I will say at the same time, that show is based off the scientists' best guesstimate.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's not 100% set in stone, that's for sure.
I mean, how long have we had silicone parts for?
The first time or this time around?
This time.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So how can we know what they're going to do in 10,000 years?
Or like all the microplastics in the air or whatever else.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we can't get rid of them out of the ocean for the life of us.
Yeah. But I mean, eventually, okay, so if existence were to just stop, okay, and like there was a catastrophe that wiped out everybody except for, and that's the thing that we don't think about either, is not everybody is on the same level now. Like, we
Right.
still have people that are nomadic people. We still have tribes out there that have never really advanced past the hunter-gatherer stage of life and evolution. So, I mean, if the world were to stop, all of the modern world were to stop tomorrow, then eventually all of that would become sediment. Like, it would all just settle down, and we wouldn't be able to, I mean, eventually we'd be able to dig that deep, or we'd be able to touch the bottom of the ocean or whatever, but until that point, again, in evolution, we wouldn't even think about testing for microplastics or any of these things until we evolved to the point where it was part of our society now.
I will say at the same time, using a movie, we don't know fuck all about the nomadic tribes.
No.
We don't know if they're still hunter-gatherers.
Really, no. You're right. I mean, it could be like Wakanda, and they're like way more advanced than we fucking are.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Friend, I mean, like, we can't get close enough to them to actually figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, without being murderized or just disappearing. Yeah.
Unalived.
There we go.
Bad Kayla.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, is that the sad part about this is we're so focused on getting to outer space and checking out all these new planets and everything else that we never stop to think about the stuff that's on our planet that we don't know about. Like, there are so many things that we could be exploring on our own planet that we just, let's skip that step and go to the moon instead. Like,
Yeah, because it was easier.
yeah. But still, we have no idea what's in the recesses of the bottom of the ocean.
okay,
we
but
don't know what.
The problem is, to get to the bottom of the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of, like, pressure holding that you need to create
Oh yeah,
is insane.
would be almost
To get to the moon,
yeah.
I mean, frick, in the landers, they use tinfoil.
No, I totally and fully understand what you're saying. It's easier to get to the moon than it is to get to the bottom of, like, the ocean, for sure. But it just is weird to me that we would explore externally before we even knew what we had here. Like, it's always been a weird concept to me that we would go so far off planet without even knowing areas in our own. And I mean, it's not just the bottom of the ocean. There's several places like in the North Cascade mountain range and other mountain ranges and islands and different things like that we've never stepped foot on. That we still don't have a clue really what's there. I mean, there's certain parts of Antarctica that no one's ever been to.
Well, like my son Hunter was trying to talk to me about that, not last night, but the night before. And he was telling me how they had found an ice wall, like in Game of Thrones, in Antarctica.
Oh, yeah.
And that behind the ice wall, there's a lush green area.
Uh-huh.
And I tried explaining to him that's because we're on a tilt.
Yeah.
And when Antarctica is closest to the sun, of course it's going to be partly lush green.
Yeah.
When it's farthest away, that place is colder than shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like a tundra. It's an open area. It's just...
And he said, well, but it doesn't happen in the Arctic. And I explained to him that's because there's no landmass in the Arctic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is literally just ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And one guy.
It's like, hey, look, I'm a citizen of the world!
Well, yes. It's Santa, Kayla. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, citizen of the world.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we started on, like, aliens and whether or not aliens and gods were the same thing, and I don't know, man. Everything is all mished.
What do you mean?
I mean, we're never gonna know what really happened. Like, no matter how hard we try to pull up anything from the past, we get skewed ideas of what actually happened with it. We're not... We, as a society and as a culture, we forget about things. We got that amnesia thing going on, and we don't think about anything that we can't explain or understand.
Well, hold on. That's the thing. We will not. I agree with you there. In our lifetime, we are never going to see a time where we know if there were other existences before ours.
Mm-hmm.
Before our known history.
Yeah, we're talking like 10,000 plus BC here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friend, we are never going to know that.
Mm-hmm.
That is not because we don't have people looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because we're not trying hard enough. I truly think it's because it's another one of those things that the government doesn't want us to, one of our governments doesn't want us to know about.
Well, see, that's the thing, too, is there's so many cover-ups on the stuff that we do know that it causes all of this falsified information to go out, and we just don't know what's real and what isn't. And how many of us can actually go to Egypt or go to a Mayan temple or any of these things and decipher the actual words for ourselves? So it's all speculation on what people are saying it says. It doesn't mean that's actually what it even says. Or that they're even reading it right in the first place. Like, the decipher itself could be wrong. So, even the civilizations that we know a lot about, we still don't know really shit about them.
Well, and then there's the fact that, like, those hieroglyphs, even though they're written in stone, sometimes that doesn't mean a lot because one of the pharaohs actually had... I'm trying to remember who it was. I want to say Seti.
Had what?
He had one of the temples reconditioned.
Khufu.
Khufu.
Khufu had one of the temples reconditioned and put under his name versus what it originally was.
Which was his dad.
Yep.
And like, he wrote over all of the original artwork.
Yeah.
Friend, just kind of fucked. I don't care.
Yeah, but, you know, we still do that in society today, too.
I don't.
Well, you don't, personally, but it doesn't mean we don't.
That's just not nice. I'm not going to go draw on the Mona Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
That's rude.
Well, just like, okay, you were talking about, like flood stories and myths and stuff, like religious text, that kind of stuff, right?
Well, you were.
Okay, well, it's like rewriting the books. Okay, so it's like if somebody sees an idea in a book now, and they write something that's very similar to it. Okay, so like we have so many books out there that are about a young girl or a young boy that realizes that they're a wizard. Ever since like Harry Potter came out, it's rewriting, but in a slightly different way. Okay? It doesn't mean that they didn't do that back in the day too. Take somebody else's work and go, oh, this sold really well, or people really liked reading about this. So what if I make it kind of like this, but add my own characters into it? It's the same.
Or instead
shit.
of a wizard, make him a demigod.
Exactly. It's the same
Or a
stuff.
Jedi.
Or what?
Or a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, okay, first of all, the Jedi, like, that was stolen for Harry Potter. Like, they didn't steal that from Harry Potter. That's not possible.
No, but that's what I'm saying, though, is that we just give it a different name. It doesn't mean that it isn't the same basic storyline. It's just a different ability or a different name or a different group or a different area of the world that it takes place in. It's still the same basic damn story.
Well, yeah.
So if people 10,000 years from now only had certain literatures of ours to go off of, they'd be like, everybody believed that they had magical powers. Okay? And that would be set in stone. That would be our idea of what this race believed in.
So you don't?
I mean, there are certain people that I know that have magical powers. Hell yeah.
No, like, I do.
Yep. You're super magical.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people call that special.
Friend, I paint...
I don't want to know that.
If I paint a 2x4 green and I wave it at a guy, he's gonna Avada Kedavra all over himself.
But I don't know. It's just my own little thing where I'm like, you know, people have been stealing literature for years and rewriting it as their own. It doesn't mean that this necessarily happened. It just means it's a damn good story and people will read it.
All right, Robert. Time for you to rewrite the Raven and call it the Cockatoo.
They already have one of those for you guys. It's got the kookaburra sits in the...
I think Miss Nikki might
Careful, men at work nearly got done. Oh, they did get done for that one. when they added that little bit into the song.
Yeah. I don't know, like the whole idea that the gods are aliens just blows my fucking mind
you.
because of what the gods, like the stories of the gods and what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much.
It's too much for you to comprehend.
They are such extravagant characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take the rainbow serpent from the Aboriginal Dreamtime. That could have been a god.
Mm-hmm.
They say that it formed all the rivers and stuff because it did that sort of motion with the land and created hills and whatnot. So, Dreamtime could be.
Yeah, one of the shows Kayla watched, not Ancient Aliens, but I can't remember which one it was. But they did a whole story with the Aboriginals of Australia, and it was actually a really... That is a cool history.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
all the other ones that they have from that.
For the first time, I'm disappointed in my own education. I know so much about other cultures from school.
Yeah.
But that one, just, like, it's like they didn't want to talk about it or something.
No, they're very secretive.
Like, we hardly had anything to cover when it came to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get much of an education as far as Australia either. We didn't get much of an education as far as anything that wasn't the United States, honestly. And
even then that was broken down to nothing.
Yeah, and the education that we did get was very sparse and very small little sections of something that
Yep.
always made us look like the hero or the good guy. When later on in life you go and you actually read certain texts or you
Yep.
learn about certain things and you go, holy, we were not the fucking good guy. Like, why did you tell
Definitely.
us we were the good guy for so many years when obviously what we did was super fucked up? Like,
Oh yeah.
um,
Mm.
well, and then you think about, like, part of the origins of part of Australia as having it be a penile colony in the very beginning. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well,
All the penises.
so we just decided that we were gonna take everybody that we didn't like and ship them to an island
Well,
we
stuff
thought
down
they were
here.
gonna die on. Like, this is super
Yep.
fucked up. How is that being a good guy?
Yeah, your people
Like,
suck.
And then rounding up all the natives and doing a mass execution of them as
Mhm.
well. So yeah, that wasn't a good part of our history.
Right? I mean, there's a lot of bad parts about our history that I'm like, we
Uh-huh.
never ever once covered this. Why is this not like a learning opportunity? Hey, let's not do this again.
Yeah.
Why don't we get
Then
that
and
form of
the
history versus, yeah, we were always amazing and the good guys and we never did anything bad? Well, it's just like our nuclear programs. We're those people that rule everybody else and decide whether or not they can have nuclear items. And we're the only ones in the history of the goddamn world that actually set off a nuclear bomb against somebody else. If anything, we should
Yep.
be the ones that don't have nuclear rights. Like, that's fucked up.
and then the testing as well. They tested down in Maralinga. Then they tested at the what was it? The atoll,
Bikini Atoll?
Bikini Atoll. That was one of them. And they'd set off another one just up a little bit further out than the north of the Queensland.
Mm-hmm.
They had one up there that they set off from the French, and yeah, they're blasting the whole of the earth with different chemicals and stuff, and they expect us to survive.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm like,
to be fair, the French never cared about anybody.
That's true.
But I just don't understand where all of a sudden we became the end all on nuclear power and everything when we probably should be the ones that they take the nuclear power away from.
Away from.
We shouldn't be the ones developing this because we're the only psychopaths that actually use this shit on somebody else when we
Yep.
obviously through testing and stuff saw what it would do before
Exactly.
we let it off. So we already knew it was going to cause this mass catastrophe and kill a hell of a lot of innocents. And we decided, hey, let's do it anyways. Let's see what happens. And let's do it twice. All right.
I think you need to watch the Pacific again. You need to remember the carnage that was going on at that point.
Yeah. I don't know.
And the
Still.
straight evil warfare that was going on with those soldiers on both sides.
Now, I will say that also there have been, it's not just a U.S. thing, because every culture that I've ever read anything about has a dark history. Every single one of them has stuff that they're not proud of, or that they hide, or that they go, let's skip over that portion of history so that we don't, we're just not going to talk
Don't
about
look
this.
bad.
Yeah.
Name one for the natives.
Okay, most cultures have. I can't because honestly, well, it's just like any of the other ancient cultures or any of the other cultures that I don't know enough about. I can't tell you if there's secrets in that closet because we don't know enough about them to be able to know if there's any secrets in that closet.
The worst thing we ever did was when, like, the aunties didn't bring enough fry bread.
But if you, okay, so I'm just gonna throw this out here, and people are gonna think I'm an asshole for where it may be, but native culture in the Americas, anyways, from what I know, they did do a lot of environmental impact, though. They really, really did. Okay, because if you actually look at like some of the clam beds and stuff that they created along the coastlines and stuff, it completely changed the coastal everything. And you also did controlled burns and different things in order to create areas that were more open field, or in order to bring in certain trees that weren't native to that area or anything like that. So agricultural wise,
Who told you this shit?
dude, it's common knowledge.
Or no, is this the stuff you learned in school?
No.
Go
no,
to Portland Zoo. They have big displays up of this sort of stuff,
I'm
like
telling
the
you, like
shell
it's,
layers and
yeah.
all that sort of stuff in the land.
But Robert, you gotta remember, who created the Portland Zoo? The white man.
Oh my god.
Mm.
But what I'm saying is, environmental wise, you guys did impact the environment massively. Okay? But you did it in a way where it was more environmentally friendly than, let's say, we're doing now. But still, human existence always impacts the area that it's in.
But there's a difference between parasitic and coexistence.
No, and I totally and fully believe in that. Absolutely. That I'm not saying what you did impacted it in a bad way, but there is still an impact there. There's still a human footprint there that you can obviously see was different because of the fact that there was humans there.
It's kind of like the Aboriginals. They were nomadic. They'd go from place to place to place to place to place, and in the seasons, and they'd know when to move because of if the trees, the leaves fell from the trees at a certain time, they'd be getting ready to move further north, or if certain animals were swimming in the water, they'd know when to go back south and do fishing, hunting, all that sort of stuff, and they would make sure that they'd leave enough to be able to come back and do more hunting later on. So they had the idea down.
Yeah.
God, I'm trying
They did the burning as well, like you were saying, every now and then they'd let the forest burn because some trees actually need the fire to germinate.
Yeah, we've got a few forests like that in Canada that we actually have to let burn partway to rebuild them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, it is possible to definitely cohabitate and not make it terrible for everybody or the environment or anything like that.
Yeah.
But in order to do that now, at the amount of technology, the amount of infrastructure, the amount of people and everything now, would be nearly impossible without having horrendous environmental impacts. Like, it's just not possible anymore.
Yeah.
Now, if we went back down to, like, 1,000 people worldwide, like it did supposedly at the end of the last ice age, like, took out enough people that there were, like, 1,000 human beings, okay? Then we could technically, from that point, learn how to cohabitate where it wasn't going to be such an environmental impact years later. But the fact that we went full technology versus spirituality and nature pushed us into a place where there's a lot of fucking work that we would have to do to come back from the horrible shit that we've done to the environment.
Fukushima would be one.
But like I said, it's not possible for any human or any animal, for that matter, to not have some form of impact.
Well, look at Chernobyl.
That they live. You have to have an impact on the area that you live in.
Yeah, well, Chernobyl's got the giant worms now, and some of the animals are growing extra bits. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
Have dogs doing weird stuff.
And honestly, if something were to happen and Chernobyl was like the only area that didn't get fully affected by whatever ended up happening, then whatever species would come in the future would look very, very different from what we are today. It would look very different animal-wise, and it would look very different, like, Homo sapien-wise.
That'd be like the movie After Earth with Will Smith and his son,
Mm-hmm.
with all those things that were used to be normal looking. Now they've
Now they got two
mutated
heads
and adapted.
and weird
Exactly.
tails and stuff. Yes. Or, well, and that's the thing is that any kind of mass catastrophe has an impact on everything around it, and it will
Yep.
for hundreds,
Mutate
if not
things.
millions of years, have an impact on the stuff that's around it.
Yep.
Like, if we
Yep.
think about the extinction events that have happened, like the Younger Dryas and everything like that, like, our world would be so very, very different if those extinction events hadn't happened. We would have a very different look to us because of the fact that we would be taking in way more oxygen than we do now. So it would cause us to have different body parts that developed at different rates, and height would be different, weights would be different, everything about us would look different if those extinction events hadn't happened when they did and how they did.
And we wouldn't need to go see the movies of Jurassic Park because they'd still be around.
Right? Or at least a version of them. Like,
Yep. Well, the crocs are still around. The alligators still around.
yeah.
So.
And that's what I'm saying, is there are a lot of things that did evolve from that point that are still here that we don't think about as being an ancient animal. We think about it as being, oh, okay, well, that lives in this part of the world.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loch Ness Monster.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's cryptid side of that, but there's also just regular animal side of that, too, where, like Robert was saying, like crocodiles and ostriches and different animals like this that evolved over millions of years from their prehistoric versions to
Chickens?
today's versions. Yes.
I mean, they didn't evolve that much. All they got was feathers. Friend. Your laugh, but you tell me that's not a fucking velociraptor.
A chicken is yes. And that's actually one of those that they were going to do in the particle accelerator, is they were going to
De-evolve a chicken.
de-evolve a chicken and see what happened.
Deep fried egg.
Do you guys remember the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Uh-huh.
God, yeah.
Remember when he turned them into goo? That's what's going to happen.
There's just going to be a pile of goo.
Chicken goo.
Chicken goo. That's what would happen if you cooked it in lava chicken.
Not true. I've seen what happens with that.
Okay. You get Steve's lava chicken.
Yeah, it's square.
Square chicken.
Bread.
Oh, no, that's...
And it's really hot.
Don't eat it or you'll get Momoa ears.
Yep.
Fuck. Momoa ears?
Yeah, Jason Momoa tried to eat it and he got steamy ears,
Oh.
remember?
Oh my god.
Oh, my.
Oh. But, I don't know, man. The world's weird.
He is working right now, Jason Momoa, on a new project on Amazon Prime that is supposedly just amazing.
Chiefs of War?
Chiefs of War.
Mm-hmm.
And
The first, like, I don't know, I think my mom was watching it and she said the first, like, 3 or 4 episodes are all in... They're all subtitled, so you have to read them because they're all in Hawaiian tongue.
which
Yeah, that
Kayla's
makes-
parents hate subtitles, and they still watched all 3 episodes.
Because they said it
Oh,
was so
wow.
good, it didn't matter if they had to read it. Which I was like, what? I have tried to get you to watch foreign films for years, and you always have told me, hell no, I'm not reading that. And you just read, like, 6 hours of this? Damn.
Wow. That speaks volumes.
Right?
Well, and I like...
And I mean, my mom maybe occasionally, but my dad never would read something that was all subtitled. Ever. And that's why I was like, what? Dad watched it? Okay. then I guess it's that good.
It's one of those shows where like a deity was doing for like the special effects for it. Because the two main volcanoes in Hawaii, as they were filming both of the war scenes, erupted.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have to create ash or anything. They had it all.
It was already there. Yes. I love it when
Awesome.
something like that ends up actually happening in cinematic stuff, because it adds such a level to it that you
Realism.
never get
Mm.
through any kind of special effects. Because
Yep.
like, the thing that irritates me with, like, special effects of it snowing or, like, weather events or anything like that is people, when it's actually raining versus fake rain, they wipe their faces different, they act differently, they have almost a chill to their body depending on where they're at, that they don't have when you see it special effects wise.
Mm.
Yeah. So it really does add an element of reality to it that you just don't get through
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of the special effects.
The problem is, like, yes, as a kid, you traveled all across the United States in one
Yes.
trip.
Yeah.
But how many times have you been in California when it rained?
About 5, 6.
How about New York?
I haven't. I
That's
can
the
honestly
thing.
say.
Everywhere is different.
No, and that's what I'm saying, though, is that, like, to just add the special effect in there, and let's say I'm used to Washington rain, right? And now I'm supposed to be in, like, New Zealand and have it raining. I don't know the difference in what my body should act like in the rain there versus what it's acting like.
Gotta say, movie rain is very different.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, my mother said that the weirdest rain that she's ever been in her entire life is Louisiana rain.
Oh,
Because
Tonga.
unlike here, where you can get kind of sheets of rain here, but it's,
Yeah.
she said it's there when it rains. It's like honestly walking through an actual waterfall. Like it's
Buckets.
the rain is so dense and so big that it
Yep.
like
Yep.
creates almost a complete waterfall that you're walking
That's-
into.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's exactly like how Tonga was in the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
Really incredible. Let's put it that way.
It's those super humidity areas that
Mm-hmm.
you'll end up with those big old raindrops that look like the size of your head instead of like little
Free-
sprinkly rain like we get here.
Fuck, you guys.
Pretty much.
You guys are a bunch of whiners.
Well, see, the other thing too
Try
is like,
tornado rain, okay?
yeah, I know. Okay,
Friend.
I've been in Canada when we had that whole tornado warning that made me freak out and go into the tub, and you were all
you were
laughing
hiding in a
at me and
bathtub. You weren't experiencing the rain.
stuff.
Friend.
Cyclonic rain isn't too bad either.
Right?
It'll
Like,
It'll
Robert
come
knows
straight,
what
yeah.
I'm talking about. Friend.
it's horizontal rain.
Yeah.
Should.
Friend. Umbrella don't help you. Friend.
Umbrellas.
Other than maybe
Yeah.
get a little electrocuted. Like,
I can't. Oh God.
Yep.
I've always okay. This is totally off topic and weird, but you brought up an umbrella, and you know that scene in Mary Poppins where she holds the umbrella and she like glides into the air and like says goodbye and everything. It's like that iconic scene of her
She's a
flying
time
away.
lady.
Right?
She's got she got an endless purse, far more technology,
Right.
can
So,
float.
I've always thought about like what would happen if at the very end of that movie as she's floating away and she's like goodbye, you know, like all that crap, like
Yeah.
out of nowhere, like a
I'm Mary Poppins,
tornado
y'all.
comes in or like a lightning bolt or something, and you just see like Mary Poppins explode or like fly away and all of a sudden become the Wicked Witch of the West because she got sucked up in a tornado. Like,
friend,
God.
you hear in the background
Look at you,
the
Mickey.
Wicked Witch, laugh. And then a
I'm
house
your little
just lands on
dog.
top of Mary Poppins.
you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, we could lead Mary Poppins into a whole bunch of different realms doing this.
and someone would have to follow the red brick road.
Canonically, she is in a different
Wait,
realm.
you really want to?
Canonically,
Yes.
Mary Poppins is in a different
Canonically,
realm.
she is in a different realm.
Mm-hmm.
She is in the realm of Harry Potter.
Is she really?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Explain, please.
Okay, I understand that because she has the purse
A
that
fan
never ends.
asked Julie Andrews if Mary Poppins was a wizard in the Harry Potter world, and she said it is very much possible. And then they were able to ask one of the original writers, like the lower level writers that were only like 15 or 18, and
Yeah.
they agreed.
Well, I mean, if you think about the fact that her bag was an extended bag, just like the ones in the magical world, and she used the umbrella just like Hagrid did because she wasn't fully taught by the. So, I mean, yes, if you really canonically think about it, it would actually add up to her being a wizard, Harry.
And you think of the things she did during that movie, like.
Just a spoonful
Say
of
that
sugar
again,
makes the happy goodies come round.
I can't remember it now because I just saw what that Robert.
Oh no.
Friend, like.
And I was just gonna. It was a smart ass remark, so it's not one that really needed to.
I totally forgot about that part of Guardians of the Galaxy where he's like, I'm Mary Poppins!
Mary Poppins,
Was he
y'all.
cool? Yes, he was very cool.
Yeah.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
Yep.
No.
Friend. That tells you straight up how much aliens don't actually know about us. He thought Mary was a guy's name.
Well,
Better than Taserface.
actually, Mary can be a guy's
Taserface
name.
is a respectable name on some planets, okay?
I knew two guys growing up that were named Marion.
I thought you were about to say that were named Taserface.
No, I only knew one of
Oh,
them.
name it too. How do you do?
Oh my God, there's one. Yeah.
Well, it's just like back in the day, Kelly used to be a pretty popular male name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Quite true.
We kind of go through these like weird transitions in names throughout history, where they are very, very much so female, and then they switch over to being male, or vice versa.
Terry.
Terry, yeah, that's a good one.
That's it.
There's been recently a lot of females named John. That's a new popular female name.
Wow. First I'd heard of that one. How'd that one come out, do you know?
I totally forgot about that. Friend. So, have you guys heard of Yamad?
No.
No.
They're a group of comedians out of Australia. Friend, and they do drinking games where, like, you tell each other dad jokes and you can't laugh. If you do, you have to take a shot.
I've seen those.
Okay.
Screwed.
Didn't know the names of them though, but yeah, I've seen them.
Okay. Well, they were doing this one where they hooked themselves up to period cramp machines, like period pain simulators.
Yeah.
And they were doing trivia. And the one question they asked was, what was Donald Trump's middle name? And you know what? For the life of me, I didn't fucking know it.
Jay.
No.
Just like Homer Simpson.
It's John.
Oh, is it? Oh. I just know it's Jay. It starts with a J, whatever. I always thought it was just honestly J. J-A-Y.
John Allen. Okay.
Friend, yeah.
Huh. John Allen Trump?
I cannot wait to tell John about that.
That's funny. He'll be like, great.
Friend, do you guys know where he is? Well, no, you don't. But guess where he is today?
Where's he at today?
He is at Frank Slide in Canada. At one of
What is
our
that?
most horrific events. So in April of 1914, an entire half of a mountain, one of our largest mountains in Canada called Turtle Mountain, came crashing down in the valley and took out half a town,
Good God.
including the bank vault,
Oh my.
which was just filled the night or the morning before with everyone's paychecks.
Ooh.
So that's still under there somewhere.
Well, that's gotta suck.
But they're like, seriously, they'll never find it. There are rocks the size of houses. Friend, that now they've just mowed a road over. Friend, but it is one of my favorite places to go and to feel a connection to the past. But yeah, John got to go there today. Friend, yesterday he went to Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump. Friend, which the explanation of that's pretty much in the name. But it's a young native kid who wanted to go hunting with his dad and his uncles and wasn't allowed, so he went and followed them anyways and hid under one of the cliffs that they used to run the buffalo off of in order to hunt them. Friend, because before we had major like artillery, friend, the easiest way to hunt buffalo was to just lead them over a cliff. Friend, that was like 40 feet tall, and they die.
Yep.
Friend. So, worked great.
Except for when there was a kid on the bottom of it.
Well,
yeah.
Friend.
Yikes.
Yeah. Friend, but yeah, there's a whole interpretive center dedicated to him and to it and the buffalo jumps because they're all around southern Alberta. And it's a very cool place to go. So, John's getting to know his culture and getting to know his Alberta heritage. So, pretty cool.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, hopefully when he comes back in a couple weeks, he'll talk about his experiences there. Because I never saw anything at Frank Slide or heard anything, but you definitely felt the spirits there. Friend, you felt
That
the
can be fun and ick.
Huh?
That could be both fun and ick.
It's not ick, it's just powerful. Like, it kind of hits you.
Good. Yeah, I'm sure.
Well,
Friend.
it's like anywhere that you visit that's had a mass catastrophe, you have
Exactly.
that, like, almost...
Different.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling that you get when you walk into places like that.
Yeah, Robert, I don't know if you'd remember this. Like, I don't know if you were here at this point, but the Oso disaster. You remember that?
Not really, no.
Friend, Nikki, you don't know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about because I unexpectedly met a little boy that was a victim of it.
Friend, so Oso had the same thing happen as Frank, where part of a mountain came down, and it's just down from concrete.
Over by Darrington area.
Yeah, over by Darrington. And it's spelled like it's OSO, but
Yep.
they I did a festival there where I was serving food at it in Darrington, and I had to drive back at about 1 o'clock in the morning to go get more buns for the hamburgers. Friend, and I promised myself after that drive, I will never fucking drive that road at night again. Fuck that. Friend, it was horrible.
Yeah, that happened in 2014. In March of 2014.
March 22nd.
And it killed 40-something people. 43 people.
43 people.
Friend.
and 49 homes and other structures destroyed.
Yeah.
So I went there 20. Oh God, 2020.
Okay.
23. That.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way up, I felt a little boy, and he sat in the back seat, and we had a conversation. And when he left, I sat and cried because I asked him point blank. I said, "Do you want me to cross you over?" And he said, "No, I want to stay with my." It was a specific parent. I can't remember which parent it was right now, but he wanted to stay with his living parent, the one
mom.
that actually. Yeah.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We
It's-
talked about
it-
that on the show a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
What, like almost after it happened.
Yeah, I mean, it really significantly affected me. It was really hard to handle.
See, and I didn't see anyone. I didn't feel anyone. Friend, but like everything got weird.
You just get that eerie feeling when you
No.
walk into places like that. Like,
No.
Hmm.
Friend, like as soon as I pulled up to the Oso area, a complete fog rolled in.
Oh, yes.
Friend,
mm-hmm.
it's pitch black out, couldn't see 10 feet in front of the truck. And all of a sudden, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was being suffocated. Friend,
Yep.
my chest was heavy. Friend, it was
Yeah.
like someone was standing on my chest. It was horrible. Friend, and as soon as I got out of the, like, it's got an S curve to that road right there. Friend,
It does.
and the middle of the S is right where the flag is. As soon as I passed out of the S, all the fog was gone, and I was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Friend. So I literally, to get back to that place, I drove an extra hour and took the
Other route.
Barrington Loop.
Mm.
Friend.
And what?
But, friend, yeah, I told
I will-
myself I would never do that again at night.
Yeah, that's when we were coming
So
back.
no.
I to figure out where the hell we were. Oh, we went up to into the mountains. I can't think of the name of the state park up there at the second. It's up by Green Lake and the campground, which is on the other side of basically the highway. I just can't think of the name of it. And I love it up there. It's gorgeous up there. And coming back, that's also when I saw a family that had just arrived to camp. And when I turned to look back at them, I had a psychic vision that night that they were going to be abducted. That was an interesting trip up there and back, because on the way up, had the little boy. On the way back, I felt him, and he just wanted to sit and listen to the radio. I was, wow. It was a little bit more than that, but well, I'm going to talk about right now regarding him. But on the way, I mean, he was. It was hard. It was really, really hard. He was like, I want to stay with my parents. I want to. He didn't want to leave her.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have family that's waiting. No, I know, but I've already seen them, but they're not. I'm like, you realize you're not crossed over. He goes, yeah, I know. Cute kid too. Oh my God, cute kid. Great genetics. That family, they were beautiful.
Well, and
I know a lot of people that went and did first response there, because that was, well, I was
Fathom.
part of that whole world of people that,
Yeah.
a lot of first responders that I knew and stuff at that time. that went over there and helped out,
Or-
and did the initial like water giving and part of the
Yeah.
Red Cross stuff and everything. So I know a lot of people that affected personally living in this area and knowing a lot of families from Darrington area. There was quite a few families up here and in our Darrington area that were super affected by that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Road. That's a road that when you're going up, you notice it, but you don't really pay too much attention to it. There's an Amazon facility out way out there, and I passed it. I just remember thinking, "Holy crap!" I mean, that is intense to put a very, very large building out that way. It was outside of it, so I don't remember exactly where, but
Smoky Point.
Yeah.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
the
it was
first
out
one.
there.
And it's huge.
It is a huge facility. Yeah.
I'd never seen anything like it. I mean, it was just massive.
Well, they're still in construction of the SpaceX facility next door to it.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friend.
Stupid SpaceX. Oh, anyways.
Hey, come on. They're going to Mars.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely going somewhere out of this world. Oh.
Friend.
Now, whether they take a spaceship or their own minds is on them.
Oh my god, that was good.
You can't blame, you can't be like that towards a whole company of people just because you hate one man.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Rude.
Narcissistic asshole. Anyway. So, how's everybody else's Wednesday?
Oh my god, Kayla. Holy crap.
I think you need another benzo.
Oh.
I mean,
No, I'm
what?
so good at winning the Thursday.
I thought it was Bezo. It's Benzo now. Who's this millionaire? No.
One that keeps to himself. Friend.
You say Benzo, Bozo. If you can keep
Bigelow.
up.
Who cares? To the stars, people! To the stars! I built an academy for you!
Spaceballs, the Academy.
I kind of
That's what
want
it
to know what
reminded me
happened to him.
Bezo?
No, you don't hear about Bigelow anymore.
Bigelow Industries? Oh god, no. Bigelow disappeared.
Bigelow the Gigolo.
I kind of wonder if he went into a fucking bunker with COVID and then lost
I
internet.
forgot about.
Never came out the other end.
Yeah, he lost internet, so he doesn't know it's over yet. Friend, he's the family from Blast to the Past. Friend.
They ceased operations in 2020.
Ah.
COVID.
Yep. What happened to Bigelow?
He became Brendan Fraser.
It doesn't say anything anywhere besides they ceased operations in 2020. I can't find a reason for ceasing or anything else.
Wonder if they went underground, and I'm... I mean, not literally, but at the same time.
Oh, I remember. That's what happened to Bigelow. Duh.
Going
Okay.
under.
He bought that Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, but didn't he sell it again?
Yeah, it's not his anymore. Friend,
He portaled out.
the fuck is his name? Doesn't Baggins own that now?
Bilbo Baggins
Oh.
does not own
not
Skinwalker Ranch.
Zach Baggins.
Well, Matt Rife bought the other house, the
Yeah, I know.
Ed and Lorraine. So yeah, who knows? He might have.
That's all we need is a dumb white kid owning fucking Annabelle.
Yeah.
Friend. I don't know,
No, it's a guy named Brandon Frugal, a real estate mogul and businessman, owns Skinwalker Ranch, having purchased it in 2016 from Robert Bigelow to study the properties aligned with phenomena and UFO phenomena.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
he's the one trying to do
All cylinders tonight, guys.
he's trying to do a documentary there.
Yeah.
And actually catch something.
My walk with the Skinwalkers.
Friend.
But you got to wonder, why are they walking and not running?
Dave is on there. Dave Mason's on there. I know Dave.
I don't really want to, hang out at Skinwalker Ranch.
Wanna be a Skinwalker.
I couldn't afford tickets to Skinwalker Ranch, so I got you tickets for Skinwalker Ranch. Sorry.
It's full of night crawlers.
No.
Oh, crap.
Moths.
Beware the snails.
But it's okay. These moths don't fly. They just crawl on your skin.
They're, okay. That would be a cat.
A rolling stone gathers no moths.
Show me a moth with 100 legs.
It's called a millipede.
That's not a moth.
Oh, have you ever had a millipede run up your leg before?
Oh,
I
yes.
haven't. Freaking gross.
It feels like it has a million legs or something.
Especially as it hasn't wiped its legs.
They're huge.
Oh my god.
I stepped on a banana slug once. Ooh.
That round and that long, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was running around barefoot, and I stepped on this giant banana slug once, and it squished between my big toe and my other toe, and I was like, ah! I was so grossed out.
Again.
It
Oh my
scared me
God.
for like a month. I wouldn't go outside without shoes on. I was like, no, God, that's so gross.
That'll do it. That's what the snails did to me when I was 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
When I was living in Seattle. Went running without my shoes. Did not pay attention. Crunch.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
totally understand what you're talking about.
Yep.
What? Thank you, Kayla.
Do you know? Okay, so I have to ask, just because it's been a really weird summer for me. Like, it seemed to have gone by really fast, but really slow at the same time, and like everything was just kind of awkward this summer. Like, my brain just wasn't in summer mode at all. Like, the whole summer, it was weird.
You're not alone.
But there
you're
is
not.
something that I noticed, and I wanted to know if you guys noticed it too. And normally, in the summertime, I have an issue with bees and hornets. I see a lot of bees around, I see a lot of hornets around, and I hate them because I always seem to get stung. Like, every summer, at least once a summer, I get stung by a bee or bit by a hornet, and I'm like, ah, fuck, right? But this year, I haven't seen anywhere near as many
Yeah,
as
that's
in
because
previous years.
they're dying off. That's why. Not only do they have the bee mite issue, there's a mites that are on bees. Can you imagine how small they have to be? Oh. Anyway, oh crap! I had it now. It's got. So they've noticed, and I can't remember where this is at right now. They noticed that bee populations are having a serious effect from 5G cell towers.
Okay.
Not the 4G ones, the 5G ones. It's severely screwing them up. So
just mad because they're not allowed to have 5G phones.
well, and there's some kind of fungus. I just literally got told, tell them about, quote unquote, tell them about the fungus. I'm like, oh crap, I don't remember about the fungus. But yeah, there's some kind of fungus that is also killing off more populations. We need our bees. We need to keep as a survival mode.
It's a brand new fungus that they just discovered.
Yeah, like there's a lot of weird new funguses. Well, you know, this is okay, and people think I'm crazy, but this is what happens when we continuously move into unpopulated areas and continue to like deforestize areas and shit. Is we get all of these fucking things that are not native to certain areas just popping up and killing off the things that are native.
I don't give a fuck. I am getting rid of the blackberries.
Yeah, that's fine. The other day, when Kimberly came to my work to see me after.
Yeah.
It was really, really hot out, and she was sitting out on the little benchy thing, and we were waiting for Mom, and I don't know what they're actually called. We call them reunion bugs. They're in eastern Washington. It's a type of beetle with long antennae that lives in eastern Washington.
Hard shell makes a hissing sound.
Yes, yeah, but it's a pretty big bug.
Elephant beetles?
But I haven't seen them on in this side of Washington, like really.
No, once a year.
Yeah, so Kimberly was standing there, and this big ass one landed on her shoulder.
Mm.
Lovely.
Like out of freaking nowhere. And I'm like, dude.
It
Like,
probably hopped a ride.
what? Where did you come from? Like,
Do you know how many I found at the house like 2 weeks after reunion?
yeah.
They're attracted to energy too. They aren't just attracted to scent. They're attracted to energy, is what I found out. And man, when they find somebody that they like, they don't frickin' leave them alone.
Well, you know, so Kimberly is one of those people that, I swear to God, like, bugs find her. Okay? So, she always ends up with, like, a bug that lands on her, or a bug that ends up on her shoulder, or she's like, what the hell? Why is there a bug in my hair? Like, but they always seem to find her, and she always has, like, way more bugs than other people. It's weird.
It is her energy. She draws them in and she doesn't even know she's doing it. She probably should get that under control.
Maybe. But Kim has always been my person that's been more naturistic than the other kids. Like, she always used to love going out and, like, hanging out in, like, the backyard over in the trees and with the blackberries and with the, you know, like, that kind of thing. And she would always, when she was little, she would always tell us about talking to the fairies. That she was going to go out and talk to all the fairies and her fairy friends and stuff. So.
It's all about the energy. And she probably really was talking to him.
Spotted pine sorer beetle.
There we go.
Yeah, the brown hard shell with one stripe on each wing, right?
Nope. Give me 1 second. I'll send it in the chat.
Yeah, it was just weird because I haven't seen one, like, over here. And it just came out of the blue and was there. And I was that's freaking weird. Yeah.
Pine Sawyer beetle. Yeah. Yeah. But the shell that we see down here, okay, so it looks body-wise just like that. The difference is the shell looks just like the one that Robert posted up on the upper one.
Yeah. That was an elephant beetle.
The wings, the body doesn't look like that, but the wings look like the one Robert posted, but the rest of the beetle looks like that one that Cole posted. The other difference is that down here there's also a white stripe, a really thin white stripe down the It's a hissing beetle of some kind, and I can't remember. But it looks. Other than that, the same coloring and everything. It just has that white stripe down it, and it's whiter. The other thing is it's whiter. The shell is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Get down here, and it's always once a year, and it's always one beetle. Not a flock, not a group of them.
Infestation.
Yeah, it's just one. And man, you better have your screens on, because I am here to tell you, they will try to get inside, and when they can't, they'll attach themselves to the screen. Yeah, the fly screen, and they literally hiss, and then they'll rub their antenna together and create really weird pitch while they hiss. And I'm like, oh my god. Particular.
Almost like a cicada.
Ah, but it's not a cicada.
No, it's not.
Whatever.
Cicada.
But yeah, it's
Cicada,
just
cicada.
been a little bit weird this summer. I feel like the bugs have been off.
Yeah, they have been. And part of that, if you notice, for Washington weather, we had less
Rain. Heat.
and we have had more rain, I think, excuse me, than is normal for summer.
Well, also, I haven't seen anywhere near the amount of slugs as in previous years, or the caterpillars.
Yes, that's a really good point.
We usually get a lot of the tent caterpillars.
Yeah, no,
and
they're gone.
there hasn't been any.
No, because the cities and municipalities and
Yeah,
counties,
started
You got
burning.
rid of them?
they started spraying them with a new chemical that's working.
Oh, great. So now we're just going to develop second heads or something because... Okay. I'm just saying. Like,
Oh my god.
It's bad with them.
Friend.
So the other really weird thing about this year that I noticed is that there's a lot of like, okay, and this is bizarre, but normally I stop at like a little fruit stand at least once or twice a summer, or I'll go in and I'll start buying things like watermelons or melons or different stuff like that because it's summertime. You always eat your like peaches and watermelons and stuff in the summertime.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of different fruits that are like almost the wrong freaking color. Like they just don't look like
they could.
they should. Like there's something slightly off about this fruit where I'm like, you know, peaches have always been a lot oranger than
More
that.
yellow?
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Where you're like, that's almost the wrong freaking color for that. Like, what happened to all of these fruits to make them the wrong damn color? Like,
Okay, so think about this. Think about the fact that what are our skies being sprayed with? Aluminum, a number of other metals, and it's affecting everything. It's affecting.
Well, see, I was wondering if it might be like the microplastics in the air that had been causing different things to look a little off. Like,
very.
well, it's I think that like we've gotten into the world of so many hybrid fruits now, fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
That, like, they're not natural anymore. Like, we've squished things together that really awkwardly shouldn't be squished together unless it's like blended up in a smoothie. Like in nature, it shouldn't be the same plant, and for some reason we've decided to splice them and make a like pear apple, you know, like weird shit. Or like it's really, really hard to find just regular grapes anymore. They're all like cotton candy grapes or like weird razzle dazzle something. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. There used to be a little farm off of Bennett Road back in the day. And my mom and I used to either drive down or walk up, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
And they had the best pineapple apples. I'd never heard anything like it. And these things were huge. I mean, they were bigger than any apple I had ever seen. They were literally this big.
Mm-hmm.
My mom one summer, it was one of the best jams we've ever made. Ever. Hands down, across the board. Strawberry, raspberry, pineapple. We made pineapple pear. We made all stuff. Hands down. So it was a pineapple apple combined with a pear. And you mix those two fruits together, and my God, when you've got just the right flavor combinations, somebody should have been modeling. It was just off the frickin' charts in flavor. And I've never come across that apple ever again. Not since that one year. It off the market, and I'm like, why? It was one of the best. And there was a certain carrot they used. It was a carrot and I think a parsnip, and I was never one for eating parsnips.
Okay,
but they did some breeding. It was wonderful.
Something that killed me about a month ago. Okay, and it was I've always really, really liked blueberry pie. Okay, and I've been a huge fan of blueberry pie. And Cole made me a blueberry pie special for me, and I was like, this tastes terrible. Like, I don't understand. Do I not like blueberries anymore? And I was talking to my mom with Cole on the porch, and she goes, oh yeah, well, I mean, we always called them blueberries, but we always had huckleberries. Right? So everything that I had eaten up until that point had never actually been a blueberry. It had been a huckleberry. And that's why I didn't like blueberry pie, because I liked huckleberry pie. I was like, Jesus, you made me think my entire life I liked blueberries, and I hate those things.
And on that note, guys, we do have to get going. It is 12:02 a.m.
Time.
But I can't believe none of you, I understand Robert, but none of you noticed the biggest difference this year, friend, of how much colder it's gotten in the United States.
No, I noticed
there
it.
There is ice everywhere.
Well, up here it's 90 degrees. Down where we bought, it's about, I think, 55.
You're ridiculous.
Big difference.
That was an immigration reference, just so everybody knows that we have ice everywhere in the United States.
Okay.
Ass.
I didn't even think about it. I was like, what are you talking about? Ice?
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go.
Back to the bunker!
Yeah, back into the heat.
No, don't see us in.
Friend. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Join us every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Friend. And
bye-bye, y'all. Goodbye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Halloween's coming up.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're going to have to start planning for that. All right. Good night, everybody.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit eater.